Hey guys, just wanted to do another update. If you can't tell, I'm sick. I got sick at work today. It was after lunch and I fucking had to throw up or something. I don't even know if you can understand what I'm saying. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to update. So, after the Mother's Day video, which will be up soon, my videos are gonna be late. I don't know if it's gonna be by a couple of days or what. But I've just been so busy with work and with Rowan, taking care of him by myself. I mean, I get help from my parents, but still, I mean, I don't want them to, take care of my child for me. So I've been really busy. I'm only using my phone, so it takes a while sometimes to upload anyways. But yeah, so after the Mother's Day video that night, or it was later that day, something kind of happened. Why are my strings all crazy? Something happened. I'm not gonna get into it because it's stupid. Basically, it was a miscommunication. What do you know? And it was a miscommunication between us. And we kind of, I don't want to say we got into a fight because we didn't, but I let something go to my head that I shouldn't have. I misinterpreted something, which is fine. I'm a fucking human being. We make mistakes. We all make mistakes, But I misinterpreted something and I got very, very upset. It essentially was the breakdown that I've been waiting for these past 2 weeks. I mean, these 2 weeks I've cried a couple times, but it's definitely not been like this. I was like bawling my eyes out, like to my parents, like fucking losing it, and just I was just kind of wailing to my parents, like, why is it like this? I hate that I love him. I hate that we're in this situation right now. I hate being like this, and I hate feeling desperate for his attention and his love and basically all those good things. It's like 4 in the morning right now, by the way, which is part of the reason why I look like terrible. So not only am I sick, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep because I don't feel good and I can't breathe out of my nose, which makes it hard to sleep. I gotta blow my nose really quick, so I just gotta wipe it. I don't really want to do that on camera because that's not cute. Yeah, I basically like had a freak out to my parents. I lost it pretty good, and it's just hard, especially with Rowan because he looks so much like his dad. I mean, since the day he was born, they've been fucking twins, and so it's really hard because I miss Austin so much, and every time my son looks up at me, you know, it's him. And I'm reminded every single day. And I love that my son looks so much like him. I mean, he obviously has some of my features, but I love that he looks so much like him, but at the same time, it hurts so much to be reminded every time you look at your son, you know. And basically what happened was I texted Austin and I was like, hey, we gotta talk about something, and I would like to do it tonight. It was already like, I think it was already almost 9 o'clock at that point, and I thought about waiting until the next day, which would have been today, this morning. But I knew I had a lot to say, and I knew I wouldn't have time today, this morning, because I did have a lot of running around to do. I knew I wouldn't have time, and I didn't want to feel rushed, you know. And so I met up with him at like a park or something. It's like, it doesn't matter where we met up. And we took my car. I didn't know if I wanted to meet him or take his car or whatever, but we took my car. And we sat there for like an hour and a half, and basically what happened is I poured my heart out to him. And I know that makes me look desperate, and it makes me look needy, but, you know, at this point, I am desperate and needy. And I've read so many articles of like how to get your ex-boyfriend back. And the first thing it says to do, not to do, is what I did. But I've had so many feelings and fears, and I feel like he's the only one that I've ever been able to talk to for the past 5 years. And I feel like I'm going effing insane by not having someone to talk to, which is why I'm talking to my phone, and have been. Because I feel like if I don't get these words out and feelings out, like say them out loud, it's gonna fucking drive me crazy, you know? And plus, I want him to know these things, you know? I feel like he should know these things. Basically, we kind of went over some things that we did on last Saturday. But I kind of just laid it out and was just like, you know, I'm here and I'm fighting for us. I will go to hell and back to fix us, you know, to fix this situation. And I understand that there's been so much hurt from both sides that we'll never be the same. We'll never be able to go back to what and who we were before all of this shit happened. And I'm not even just talking the last month. I'm talking like the last couple of years. The last year, really. I told him I loved him and that I was in love with him, and that I missed him a lot, not even just on like a mental level. I miss him on a physical level, not even just like sexually, you know. I just miss being around him, you know. I just miss his energy. I miss hugging him and smelling him, which sounds weird, but I miss his smell. He hugged me after all this, after I dropped him off for him to go home, and he hugged me, and I kind of just buried my face in his neck and I smelled him, and it was just so fucking comforting. That smell was so comforting. I just told him, I miss him so much. I think about him as soon as I wake up, and I think about him all day until I fall asleep, and then I dream about him. And when I wake up in the middle of the night to turn over, I think about him. When I wake up in the middle of the night because my son's fussing, I think about him. I lay in bed at night sometimes wide awake when I should be sleeping because I'm thinking about him. And I put my hand to his side of the bed and I cry because it's more than just missing him. I ache for him. My whole body and mind and spirit aches for him to be there. Like, I just want to roll over and just put my hand there and touch him. Because I remember doing that in the middle of the night, even subconsciously, just rolling over and putting like my hand on his chest and just setting it there. I miss feeling his skin. I miss feeling his warmth next to me. I miss his stupid laugh. I miss everything. I would be willing to put up with his messy ass gladly, just so he'll be back. I think back now on all the things that I bitch about, or I did bitch about, that annoyed me. And now it's like, it's not even that big of a deal. Like, I miss even the things that he did to annoy me, I just miss him so much. I feel like a part of me was ripped out of my own soul and is out wandering around, and the part of my soul that's still inside me is aching for it, Excuse me. Like, how, I'm sure not all of you will have heard this, but how, like, when you hear a wolf howl in the distance, it sounds mournful and like they're calling out for like someone, that's literally what it feels like in my soul. And like, it sounds stupid, but this is the most like heart-wrenching, like, I feel lost in my soul. Like I said, I feel like there's a part of me missing. And like, I know that it's him. I know that the part of me that's missing is him. And I don't know what to do to get it back. It's like, I don't want to sound desperate, but I am desperate. And I just told him, I mean, like I said, we kind of talked about stuff that we talked about before, about getting therapy and like couples therapy. And he said that he opened up a lot more this time. He said that he's very confused on what he wants. He says that he has so much pain inside of him on a personal level. Not just a personal level, but from our relationship as well, that he doesn't know, if we have a future. He says he wants to get back together with me. He says through everything that he still loves me, and that there's a part of him that wants to, but that there's a part of him that's so scared to be hurt again. I mean, we haven't really done anything like super crazy to each other, but everything we've done to each other has been very emotional. It's been emotionally painful, and it sucks because I wish I could go back in time and just fix this. You know, there's been so many things where I didn't even know that I was hurting him on that level. You know, I didn't even know if I was hurting him. It's just one of those things where something hurts you and you just don't say anything about it, and it festers and you get resentment towards it. It was that kind of thing from both sides. But he said that right now he's so emotionally exhausted and like emotionally spread thin that he just can't work on us right now. He kind of reiterated that, you know, we both should work on ourselves. We both need to work on ourselves anyways, before we can think about working on us, you know. And, you know, I agreed, and at the same time, I almost, because I feel like, I know I want to work on myself, obviously. I want to go through all my own shit, and I want him to go through all his own shit, but I don't want to have us do all these things, and then at the end of it, not get back together. You know, I'm scared for a future of us fixing ourselves, but for him to decide, you know, not to want to fix us, or, you know, to meet somebody in the meantime, because he's still hanging out with this chick. But he says, I asked him about it, and he says him hanging out with her is not even that it's romantic, because it's not, it's really not. He says it's just more to have someone to talk to have somebody there, you know, to lend an ear and to just be a positive part of a life, you know. And I think I said this in an earlier video, that I don't, in my heart, I don't think that they're going to be romantic. And I even asked him that. I asked him that, and I was like, are you wanting to, like, be with this girl? And he says, I don't think so. And I believe him. I hope that he's not lying. You know, I may be sitting here being naive about it. There's a part of me that obviously worries about it and has doubts, but I want to believe him because I want to feel like he's not lying to me. But he said that he loves me and that there's a part of him that does want to work it out, but he's just so scared to go through all the pain, and, you know, because there's a lot of pain there from both sides, and he says he's so, you know, emotionally spread thin that he just can't work on him and us at the same time. And he told me something kind of scary that I didn't realize. He said that he's been feeling suicidal for a couple of weeks now, and like before we broke up, obviously, because of all the stress and shit. And he asked me, no, I asked him, I was like, well, why didn't you tell me? You know, why would you not tell me? Like, that's something that's super serious, you know? You don't fucking joke around with that kind of shit. And I asked him, I was like, why didn't you tell me, you know? And he said that he didn't want to add any more onto my plate. And I was just like, Austin, when you're in a relationship, it's give and take from both sides, you know? I mean, let's talk about the plate thing, you know? Everybody's gonna have their own plate and their own issues on their plate. But when you're in a relationship, you have to give and take, you know? You have to take your partner's problems when they need help carrying it, you know? And I've done plenty of that. He's carried and dealt with so many of my problems, you know, that the fact that he didn't want to put any more on mine is just like, it's silly, because most of the time my plate's only half full because he has the other half, you know? Because I've had my own issues for so long, which that's a different video. But we just talked again, and I just basically poured my heart out to him and let him know just how much he means to me. And I told him, you know, he was scared that we just had too many problems, that we just couldn't fix them, which I understand. And there's a part of me that feels the same way, but I feel so strongly that we can go through our issues and come out better than ever, you know? And I gave this analogy that sounds stupid, but it sounds good at the same time. It's just like, we have this ball of problems, and it's like a big rubber band ball, and each rubber band is its own issue or situation or whatever. It's a problem that we have, and we've let it grow and grow and grow, and right now it's consumed us, and it's too heavy to carry right now. But I feel like if we sat down, whether it's by ourselves or not, you know, I really think like a couples counselor would help us, because they could see it from an outside point of view, and they've seen these things before, and so they know what to do, and they could give us tools to, you know, go through these problems, to be able to sit down and properly talk to each other as adults, you know, who love each other. Talk about these problems, deal with them, you know. And I just told him that we need to sit down, and we need to take one rubber band off at a time, you know, and deal with it, and then fling it off, you know. And eventually, you know, we'll get to the core of the problem, which is our miscommunication, and fix it, you know. It's not going to be an immediate fix. It's not going to be an overnight. It's going to be a long, hard road of recovery for us, you know. And I'm sitting here, and I'm definitely more than willing and want to. It's him that's tired and scared of the pain of going through it, because he's the kind of person that when something painful happens to him, he just stashes it away. He's the kind of person that he would much rather deal with physical pain than emotional pain, because he already has a few big emotional pains that he has to deal with. And so anything that's emotionally painful for him, he kind of shies away from it. He doesn't see that, but he does. Like in the 5 years, I've barely seen him cry. He's cried several times, I know he has, but he hides himself away. I've never seen him like legitimately cry. I've seen him tear up. I've never seen him legitimately cry in the 5 years that we've been together. And we've gone through some shit, you know. He's had a few deaths. and that kind of stuff, of some pretty close people. And, you know, every Mother's Day and around the time that his mom dies, he gets super depressed. And, like, I know he cries, but he hides himself away. He doesn't want anybody to see him in pain. And I think that's what he's most scared about. I think that he wants to. I honestly do think he wants to work it out. It's just that he's so scared of facing the pain. Not only just in general, but with me there, witnessing him in pain. Because he's one of those people that he wants to help everybody else and help them go through their problems and through their pain. But he doesn't want to go through his, and he doesn't want people to see him in pain, emotional pain. Because I kind of feel like he thinks it's like a failure to show emotions like that. You know, it's the whole toxic masculinity thing. God forbid guys show emotion, you know. But I think that's what it is. I think he's so scared of facing the pain of everything that he's kind of running away from it instead. Which sucks, because I'm rip-roaring ready to fucking go for it, you know. It sucks because it's like, here I am, I'm fighting for us, I'm waiting for him, and it's just like he's trying to run away from it, and it really hurts. Because I really, like, with everything that I have inside my soul, I want us to be together and fix it. And for a son, you know, I don't want to have to do joint custody. You know, I don't want it to have separate holidays and shit. You know, I don't want to spend time with my son with just me. You know, I want to spend time as a family. I want us to be a family. I don't want my son to grow up in a broken home. You know, I never thought it would be like this. And I know part of it's my fault. And I'm sitting here, you know, I'll be the first one to admit it. I will admit any of my faults, you know. And he's willing to admit his faults. He didn't tell me this, you know, but I just know he's scared. He's scared of the pain. He doesn't like emotional, I mean, nobody likes emotional pain. But he's running from it, and I don't know what to do to make him come back, to run towards it. But then again, who really wants to run towards their problems? But we talked, and he said that I can text him anytime. Because I told him that I miss talking to him. I just miss being around him, you know. And there's a part of me that, like, wants to invite him over for dinner this weekend. But I know, because, like, my parents are leaving this weekend. And they're going to be gone for almost 2 weeks. And so I'll be by myself, and I'll have the house to myself. And I just feel like, you know, because my parents are a little bit a part of the problem, you know. They kind of butt heads a lot with Austin, and he feels like he can't come over here, which is understandable, you know. There's a lot of negative memories here, so I can see why he doesn't really want to come over here. Well, my parents are here, at least. But I just feel like, excuse me, I just feel like, you know, it's 11 days of, you know, being alone to, obviously I'm going to have to work for the day, the weekdays, but like the weekends, it's like, I feel like it would be prime opportunity to be able to be alone together, you know, not have to deal with other people. And I feel like, you know, if he came over to dinner or something, and we just did something, you know, simple and cooked dinner together, I feel like it would be like a step in the right direction, you know? Ugh. I don't know, I just feel like it would be a good time to just hang out, like as a family, and just talk about stuff, you know? I don't know. And I know it'd be pushing it. I know that. I know that's pushing it because of how recent that big talk was. I mean, it was just yesterday. I mean, I guess technically it was 2 days ago now that it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. But I know it's pushing it. And I don't think I'm going to ask him. But I think I might ask him next weekend. I don't know. I might debate over it for a while. But I think you understand, you know, if anybody's actually watching this, that I just want to do things that make him see me in a positive light, you know, because there's been so much negativity that I feel like he has a negative connotation towards me, and I want to change that. You know, I want to change the way he views me. That's why I've been doing things, you know, I've been working out. I've lost 20 pounds, and I've lost 12 inches and 20 pounds, 23 pounds total, which is amazing. You know, I'm feeling really good about myself, which is upping my self-confidence. But I've been working out and eating healthy, and I've been losing weight. I'm starting to get track of my acne, which was really bad for a while. Stress. I'm getting my hair done this weekend. I'm trying to wear different clothes, kind of girlier stuff, because I tend to wear like kind of just basic, not like tomboyish, but I don't wear heels a lot and that kind of stuff. And I'm starting to try to, you know, wear more jewelry and earrings and wear dresses more, because I know that he likes that. He always liked it when I dressed up, you know, in dresses and kind of more, you know, lighter colors and that kind of stuff, because I tend to wear a lot of black. And at the same time, it makes me feel good too. You know, I wore a dress on Mother's Day, and I felt really good about myself. I think I looked really cute. And when he came to get him that day, no, it was when he dropped him off, I feel like he kind of did a double take towards me, because I kind of kept seeing him give me the side eye, you know, a couple of times, just looking at me, and I miss that, you know, because I don't think I'm a terrible looking person. I look terrible right now, but when I fix myself up, you know, I look pretty decent. And I just want to do things to make him remember how he felt about me, remember why he fell in love with me, you know. So I'm doing things to make myself look good, and I'm doing a lot of positive affirmations. I'm posting a lot of positive things on Facebook. I don't know if he's unfollowed me or whatever. I haven't unfollowed him. He doesn't really post a lot on Facebook. I know he's on Facebook a lot, but he doesn't post a lot on Facebook. I know he just scrolls all the time. And so I've kind of been, you know, posting positive things on Facebook, talking about my weight loss, posting cute pictures of me, and that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to project an image of positivity and that kind of stuff, because I feel like if he sees those things, you know, on Facebook, and if he sees those things around him, and that I'm acting differently and acting more in a positive manner and that kind of stuff, and starting to look good and that kind of stuff, you know, that he'll, you know, like, be like, oh, you know, she's changing, you know, she's changing for the better, and, you know, she's starting to look good, and, you know, she's this ball of positivity now, and that kind of stuff. And I want to change his view of me. I want to change the negative connotation into a positive connotation. I want him, when he thinks about me, to think about me in a positive light instead of thinking about all this pain, you know. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I just wanted to update because I just felt I just needed to talk. I don't think anybody's really watching these, but I don't really give a shit. If you guys have anything to add, if anybody is watching, let me know. Give me comments. Tell me I'm not alone, because I know I'm not alone. I'm sure there's plenty of people going through somewhat similar situations as I am. I mean, people break up every day and stuff, so tell me how you feel about the situation. Tell me how you feel about how I'm handling the situation, because I think I'm handling it pretty good. I feel like I'm pretty level-headed. You know, I have plans and things lined up and that kind of stuff. I'm not just sitting here wallowing in my own, like, self-pity and depression. You know, I'm really trying not to do that, because that doesn't solve anything. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you have a good work day. I hope everything goes well for you today. Hope everything goes well for you in life. I will see you next time. I'm gonna go back to bed. Bye.